Chapter 4, On Top of the World. As they left the wedding reception, Sharon whispered, "Maisha is staying through the weekend. You hear what I'm saying?" "I don't like her," Jada pouted. Sharon cut her off. "You just deal." Around Lake Merritt, a necklace of lights twinkled in the water. Overhead, the reflection of a crescent moon rippled on the lake. Auntie Yates hugged her two great-granddaughters, Jada and Maisha. "It's the old moon cradled in the new moon's arms," she told them. "You are my two beautiful new moons." Auntie Yates said they carried the whole world in their blood. Creamy brown skin from Africa, a flush in their cheeks from Choctaw natives, green streaks in their eyes from Spain and France, and a drop of Chinese. Maybe that described Maisha's cocoa skin and hair. When Jada looked in the mirror, she only saw bad attitude, bad grades, and black, black, black. Jada told her friends, "My cousin Maisha thinks she's hot. She's not." However, Jada's biggest problem was Maisha's daddy. Maisha always had her daddy around. That's what divided them the most. "Come on, girls," Sharon waved. "I've got to get home so I can get up and go to work." "Nighty-night," Auntie Yates waved back. Maisha followed Jada up the stairs to the attic of the old house. "You have the coolest room in the whole world," she said, staring out the dormer window towards the dark bay and night sky. "You think so?" Jada was happy that Maisha was impressed. "From our apartment in Richmond, we see a patch of grass. Plus, we can hear our neighbors' TVs, babies, and fights. It's a madhouse." "I thought you liked Richmond," Jada said. "I love Richmond, but this house is special. I bet Joseph Russell came up the attic after he got off the train. He stood right here thinking about all the places he'd seen and people he'd met." "You mean the sheets he changed and toilets he cleaned?" Jada scoffed. "If I could travel the world, I'd clean toilets," Maisha said. "I want to be a flight attendant so I can fly everywhere." "What happened to environmental scientists?" Jada asked. "I guess I want to be lots of things," Maisha said. "Most of all, I want to help make change." Jada had her doubts. If anything, Richmond was rougher than Oakland. "We can make a different future," Maisha added. Jada gave Maisha a puzzled look. Folks said how smart she was, but now she sounded like their cousin Bernard, who was half crazy from drugs. From the window, they gazed at the lights on the bridge and listened to the sirens and whistle of a train. The rooftops formed a checkerboard between the tall, majestic shadows of trees, oaks, magnolias, sycamores, and palms. In Richmond, there was only one tree on Maisha's whole block. "It's a great place to dream," Maisha murmured. "Like I dream I'm going to be something," Jada said. Then I pinched myself. "Wake up, girl, you're dreaming." "You can make it come true," Maisha said confidently. Jada pointed to the young men hanging out on the corner. In the 4th, 5th, and 6th grades, those guys had dreams too. They probably told themselves they'd play ball for Cal, or make it to the NBA, or be the next rap star. Dreams are like smoke. When a big wind comes, they disappear. "They had their chance," Maisha said harshly. "But don't some kids get more chances than us?" "You're as good as they are," Maisha said. "If my grades don't come up by the end of 8th grade, I may have blown my chances," Jada sighed. "You've got to keep the dream alive inside of you," Maisha said. "Auntie Yates says that's how our people survived." "I love Auntie Yates, but get real," Jada said. "Who's paying for your college dream? That's what I mean about chances." Maisha was quiet. What Jada said rang true. She looked through the window. The young men were still on the corner. Above them, the sky was sprinkled with a few stars. "I like looking up at the sky," Maisha said. "Sometimes I look out the window for hours." Jada reached for a chart. "With this, you can track where stars appear at different times of the year." "You study stars?" Maisha asked. "When Daddy named me Jada Star, I think he knew I would love stars. If you promise not to tell, I'll show you something." Maisha twisted her lips with her fingers. From beneath her bed, Jada lifted a notebook. Inside were drawings of rectangles, trapezoids, triangles, and squares. "They're constellations," she said. "They're in the sky, but we can't always see them. They rotate with the seasons, and most of the time the electric lights block them out." Maisha traced the bear, the scorpion, and the crab with her finger. "My last horoscope predicted I should be ready for a big surprise in a small package," Maisha said. The girls laughed. "That's astrology," Jada said. "Astronomy is about the planets, stars, and galaxies. The big picture, bigger than what's here on Earth."